Did you know that you can be anything you want in this world? You can. And this message isn't just for young people. It's for people of all ages, 30s, 40s, 50s. When we're young, we believe that anything is possible, that we can be anything we want. But as we get older, most of us tend to suspend that belief and go with what's safe. When we're in our 20s, we take the safe job because that's a more certain path. Yet we tell ourselves that we'll get back to our dreams at some point. By our 30s, we've established ourselves in that safe job, and we're so busy with life that we probably don't even think about the dreams much. And in our 40s, we're so dissatisfied with the safe job that the dreams come back to the surface, only for us to tell ourselves that our opportunity has passed, and that this is the life that we're left with. Our dreams are dead. But how did we get here? And more importantly, how do we fix it? Let's take a step back to talk about how we got to that mindset. When we're young, it's common for our parents to tell us that we can be anything that we want. An astronaut, a movie director, a fashion mogul. They tell us the world is full of possibilities and that we can do anything and be anything. It's as if our parents are taking online Tony Robbins courses while we sleep. But then for some reason, as we get to high school and college, those same parents begin pulling back their positive affirmations for us and scaling back our dreams. Tony Robbins is gone. And now it's just our boring old parents again. The conversations of you can be anything that you want have been replaced by you should major in accounting because it's safe and it pays well. 5 years ago we could be astronauts, now all of a sudden we're accountants. So what's changed? What changed from when we were young kids? Why could we be an astronaut at age 8, but at age 18 we're being told that accounting is a nice, safe profession? Well, the sad fact is that our parents, as much as they love us, place the limitations of their lives onto our lives. When we're 8 years old, they like to tell us that we can be anything we want because the time for us to take action on becoming what we want is so far away. It's a dream. No one has to actually think about the steps that it would take to become an astronaut. As we draw closer to the age of actually choosing a profession, however, our parents start pulling back their beliefs in our possibilities. They have no idea how someone actually becomes an astronaut, so they begin pushing you in a direction that they have some familiarity with. They don't know any astronauts, but they probably know some accountants. To them, astronauts are magical creatures plucked from the sky, whereas accountants, well, they live right next door to your parents, and they drive the same car as your parents. Our parents also want to minimize risk for us. They want us to choose a career that is safe and pays well. They love us, they want to protect us. They want us to choose a career that has a very well-defined and clear path. Accountants go to college for 4 years, they get their CPA, and then they get jobs that make decent money. It's very straightforward, it's safe. Astronauts? Our parents have no idea. Our parents can't let us down and feel like they've put us in a bad spot, so they protect us. Even when we're 18 or 28, our parents want to coddle us and protect us still. And God love them for it. But they're not doing us any favors by trying to protect us when we're deciding our future. And if we're 38 or 48, we're not doing ourselves any favors by adopting our parents' thinking and coddling ourselves, avoiding all risks and leaving our dreams to the side. We have one life to live. We can't let the limitations of our parents or our older selves suffocate our dreams. We can become an astronaut, a movie director, or a fashion mogul. Do you know how I know that? Because there are astronauts. There are movie directors. There are fashion moguls. If it's been done before, it can be done again. And it can be done at any age. The path to your dream and the dream itself may shift a bit as we get older, but it's still achievable. Let's look at someone whose dream it is to work in the movies. If you're 25 years old and you're working as an accountant, but your real passion is film, you could leave your job to enter film school. You likely don't have many attachments at age 25, so you can move to California or New York and take your shot at your dream without as much friction. Sure, it's going to be difficult. There's going to be a lot of challenges. People will call you crazy, but it's your life. If you're older, like 35 or 45, transparently it is a little bit more difficult, but it is possible. Do you know how I know this? Because on my podcast, I actually interviewed a woman who worked in business and then changed careers in her 40s and began working on documentary films. You'll have to map out a more detailed plan than the 25-year-old and build a financial bridge to your dream, especially if you have a family, but it's possible. How about an astronaut? If you're younger, then you can begin the path to becoming an astronaut by earning a master's or doctorate in a STEM field. gaining professional experience in a relevant field, or accumulating substantial flight hours as a pilot. If you're older, it's certainly more difficult, but there are available paths. Look at the career of Jose Hernandez. Jose worked in engineering digital mammography imaging systems. They basically help detect breast cancer, not NASA. But he always wanted to be an astronaut, and after being rejected 11 times, he was finally accepted into astronaut training at age 42. You can learn more about his amazing story in a film called A Million Miles Away. And hell, even if you're in your 30s, 40s, or even 50s and not working in a STEM field, nowadays there are space flights that you can apply for. The point is, regardless of your age, if you want something, you need to go for it, period. You truly can be anything you want, and astronauts, movie directors, and fashion moguls prove it every day. And they do it at every age. It's more difficult as you get older, but it's certainly possible. These people are not unicorns, they're just like you and I. They simply had a dream and pursued it. If they can do it, then we can do it. Start changing your life today. Go after your dreams. You can be anything you want, you can do anything you want. It doesn't matter your age. It may require sacrifice and be challenging and be difficult. You may have to work weekends, nights, whatever it takes, but you can do it. You can be anything that you want.